Congratulations to all the Brashear baseball and softball players that were recently named to the Tri-County Conference All-Conference teams. Christina Scudder, Abby McKim, Matt Thomas, and Jacob Shipman were named to the first team. Second team picks included Haley Kelsey, Kylie Watson, and Cody Hayden, while Jesse Hill, Kale Watson, and Justin Hazen all made honorable mention. Christina Scudder, Haley Kelsey, and Abby McKim were also named to the All-District team, and Christina Scudder was also named to the All-Region team.
This week happened to be Red Ribbon Week at BHS. Red Ribbon Week is to raise awareness of drug abuse and problems, plus to encourage kids and teenagers to be drug-free. This week includes a variety of different activities, including the kickoff of miniature golf and dressing up in a funny fashion to support the week.
Last weekend, the Tri-County Conference Choir met to have auditions and rehearsals to prepare for their fall tour. The tour began with performances at Bevier and Atlanta on Monday morning and ended with a concert at Brashear on Monday afternoon. Brashear choir members Katie Stewart and Stephanie Linhart were members of this select group composed of singers from all 9 conference schools. Last Saturday, the BHS Tiger Marching Band performed at the Mizzou Homecoming Parade. This marked their 3rd parade appearance of the season. They will end their marching season next weekend at the Truman State University Homecoming Parade.
Last Friday, 9 Math and Science Club members took a field trip to the University of Missouri Research Reactor. Once there, the club took a tour, allowing the members to see radioactive glow and how the reactor works firsthand. After that, they checked out many of Mizzou's science buildings.
Last Thursday, the junior high basketball teams faced Green City. The evening started with a pair of 2-quarter-long contests between the B squads. In the girls' game, Green City put up 6 first-quarter points while holding Brashear scoreless. Things were exactly the opposite during the second quarter, as Brashear outscored Green City 6-0, leaving the game as a 6-6 tie. For Brashear, Katie Smith had 4 and Kristen Love scored 2 points. In the boys' B game, Brashear outscored Green City 8-6 during the first quarter on their way to a 12-8 win. Joseph Woods had 8 for Brashear, with Dylan Redding adding 4 points. In the girls' A game, Brashear jumped out to an 8-4 lead after one quarter, then held Green City scoreless in the second, giving them a 20-4 halftime lead. Brashear extended the lead to 33-10 after 3 quarters and picked up the win by a score of 39-13. Shelby Rogers had 12, Macy Rogers had 8, Katie Smith and Kristen Love scored 6 points each, Shelby Salter had 5, and Abigail Wheeler had 2 points. The Green City boys A team jumped out to an 11-6 lead after 1 and led 19-10 at halftime. Brashear was down 28-19 after 3 quarters but could pull no closer, falling to the Gophers 38-23. Nick Thomas led Brashear with 8 points, Taryn Treasure had 6, Hayden Hausman had 4, Adam Songer and Cody Snelling had 2 each, and Joe Clarkson scored 1 point. The girls' basketball game Tuesday at Bevier might have been the deciding factor in the Tri-County Conference title race. Both teams were undefeated in conference play. Brashear got on the board first, but Bevier came back to take a 10-5 lead after the first period of play. Although the Lady Tigers tied the game 10-10 early in the second, they had to play catch-up most of the rest of the first half, with Bevier taking a 25-20 lead into halftime. Things really looked bad for Brashear as the Lady Wildcats had the hot hand early in the third. Bevier took a 34-23 lead before Brashear finally got on track and battled back to finish the third quarter with a 38-37 lead, their first lead since they were up 3-0 in the first quarter. The fourth quarter was nip and tuck with the game tied 46-46 with under a minute left. Brashear had the possession with 15 seconds left, but a missed shot and a rebounding foul gave Bevier the ball. With less than 5 seconds on the clock, Bevier sunk a shot to get the 48-46 win. Macy Rogers had 17, Katie Smith had 7, Shelby Rogers scored 5 points, Kristen Love, Abigail Wheeler, Shelby Salter, and Sydney Slavin had 4 points each, and Shandy March had 1 point. The boys' game got off to a slow start with both teams being plagued by turnovers and cold shooting. Brashear finally took a 1-0 lead midway through the first quarter. Bevier finally got on the board with a pair of charity shots of their own. The first period of play ended tied 3-3 with all points coming on free throws except for a single bucket by Brashear. The Tiger offense started to click during the second period as Brashear surged ahead 13-3, taking a 13-5 lead into the locker room. During the third quarter, both teams continued to struggle offensively, but Brashear managed to maintain a 17-9 lead. Things heated up in the fourth quarter as Bevier reeled off 3 consecutive baskets to pull within 21-18, but Brashear held on to pick up their first win of the season 25-19. Adam Songer had 10 points, Nick Thomas and Joe Clarkson had 4 each, Cody Snelling had 3, and Dylan Redding and Taryn Treasure scored 2 points each.